What's up, Sand Shark fans? We are back for another special edition, summer edition of the Sand Shark Rewind. Brackin Lambert alongside my co-host, Justin Jarrett, Wes Kerr. Fellas, it's summertime. How's it going?
Summertime, the living's easy. It's not technically summer yet, but it feels like it. I'm in the outdoor office.
We're in June right now. It's kind of cooled off a bit this weekend, but it's going to get warmer again coming up the next few days. So
it's plenty warm when you get out there in the heat of the day, in the sun. Like at baseball practice tonight, batting practice, the kids were like, "Oh, it's 100 degrees." I was like, "Guys, it's 81." I know it feels hot, but it's 81. Like it's going to get much hotter. But speaking of hot, we have a guest tonight who's had a hot video this week on YouTube. I'm excited to hear more about this. I watched it today.
The number 7, or last I saw, it was the number 7 trending video on YouTube. And it's our very own McLain Neal from USCB Women's Golf. So let's go ahead and bring in McLain.
Let's get her in here. What's up, McLain?
How are you guys?
I made the joke right before we went live. This will be the second most exciting video you've been in this week.
I know, it's so fun.
But no, Brackin, go ahead and cue it up for us. Go ahead and let people know what we're talking about.
So real quick, little backstory. McLain and I have like a little bit of a connection prior to her even coming to USCB. Once I graduated, I went up to the NEC, and so she transferred to USCB from Bryant University. That is no longer in the Northeast Conference. They actually moved down to some other conference. They're lame, whatever you want to call it. But so as soon as Coach Corey was like, "Hey, we've got this new transfer coming in from Bryant," I was like, "Oh, hey, that's a little connection." So that was that's our fun little
connective tissue.
That's a small
connective tissue. Yeah, it's always a small world.
So anyway, yes, we started off this week with,
hey, your new friend is watching.
Hey.
So we started off this week, and I was, in the office. It's completely under construction, and then all of a sudden I see a couple of our students like sharing stuff on social media. And I will say it was Jess Edwards, your teammate, who popped up, and it was like, "McLain is so cool." And that was the caption. I was like, okay, what is this? I was like, I got to click on it. So I ended up watching like the first 10 minutes, and I was like, okay, I need to get to a point where I can actually sit down and watch it. And so McLain, tell us a little bit about how you got to be on Good Goods.
I want to know how this happened.
It was for a while.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I was
McLain from GM. Yes, it is.
It's so funny. Yeah, so it was my first day back at practice it was my home course back home in Kansas City, and I was just on the putting green, and it was crazy.
Okay, we'll get back to that later. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it was so crazy. They just approached me and they asked if I wanted to play, and I was like shocked because I used to watch their videos all the time, because they're just so funny to watch. And I was like immediately like, oh, of course I'll watch. Of course I'll play with you guys.
So this was the moment thing you jumped into.
Yeah, I was like very into it from the beginning, and people thought it was like planned beforehand, but it was very spur of the moment. It was crazy.
That was kind of what I wanted to know. Was it staged, or was it truly as organic as it appeared? But you're telling me that it was purely organic. And to give people some context, I do have it queued up here, just the start, so people can kind of understand what we're talking about.
Right now, she looks like she's in college. If she's in college, dude, we gotta ask her if she wants to be on Jackson's team, watching their card games together. Oh my gosh, he's like this. So, what do you do? I pray she's a freshman in college. No way.
I don't know why they wanted you to be a freshman. Because
I have a mustache. I used to. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I can ask her. You're more of like a. I'm married. Yeah, you're married. Be like, yeah. Listen, no, never mind. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah.
I love their strategizing who's going to ask you. Like they're scared of you.
Yeah.
This is going to be entertaining. Mo is the real MVP.
I have a question for you. We lost our fourth today. You said you are in college, right? Are you playing at all like today? Would you want to be in a video? And like play?
So at this point, did you recognize who you were dealing with?
I'm sorry.
You know, I didn't know. I didn't recognize
McLain, right?
Mo. I didn't
This is
recognize Mo.
How's it going?
But I
Garrett, this
recognized
is McLain.
Garrett.
I'm Garrett.
She's got back.
And I noticed that he had a
Hey,
good
our
hat
friend
on.
needs a
So I
teammate
kind of
today. Did you
assumed
tell
that
her?
it was good.
Would you be interested in playing? We're filming a video.
I would love to.
We'll,
Really?
we'll just take it up to the
Jackson,
point
you
where
have a
you meet
teammate
your
today.
partner, and then we'll. That way, people have the proper context.
What level of college do you play?
D2.
She's
That's
the one.
perfect.
She's the one.
Oh yeah, you're
She's
the one,
the one.
like player, the best on the team.
You are.
The one handicap.
One handicap.
And you are the number one on the team.
Yeah. Well, we just lost our team leader.
Hey,
Y'all are
I'm
done.
so excited.
You're done. You're done. Since we already put a bet on the line, if we lose, I'll jump in the water. She doesn't have to.
She's cool.
Deal. And if y'all lose, y'all jump in the water. She's good with it.
Yes. Oh, you're the coolest person I've ever met. Let's go.
Well, we're not gonna lose, so we're good.
No, you are gonna lose.
All right, let's go.
We actually got to get her mic'd up.
Yeah. Come on.
All right, so that gives people an idea of what we're dealing with and some context with which to kind of understand, what you got roped into. We got more questions from our friends. They want to know, was Jackson a good date?
Yes, he was a great date. He was very sweet. He was
Seemed
really,
like it.
Yeah.
Seemed like a good dude.
You
Yeah,
guys
he
were
was
very compatible. You hit it off really well at the start, and it kind of just flowed really well, I thought,
Yeah.
as the round went on.
He was
I
easy
give
to
you
talk
most of the credit for that.
That's so funny.
So I don't think he ever got around to asking you if you had a boyfriend, did he?
He
Yeah,
did.
so he did like
Tried.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
yeah, he was very, very straight with it as well. So great, great.
All I heard was the other two guys plotting about how to find out if you had a boyfriend. But no, it was
Yeah.
really fun to watch. You played pretty well too, it looked like. How'd you feel like you hit it that day?
Yeah, my driver was very off. My irons are pretty good, so I
Yeah.
got to hold us up on that part. But I think I made a putt on the first hole too. But other than that, I think he carried mostly with the driver for sure.
Credit to you guys for staying in it. I mean, it looked
Yeah.
like the other team was running away with it. It ended up being a one-stroke margin there at the end. So credit to you guys, for being a great, strong, compatible team and
Yes.
hitting some solid shots. But really cool to.
Mo says you carried the team.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I mean,
also
maybe it was the edit, but
in the video as well.
Yeah, we definitely fought to the end. We did not want to lose that one.
Mo's eagle was the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
It
can
I
you
was
do?
expecting to play a whole 18. I was like, wait a second. And then, we got down, it was like the last hole. I was like, okay. But what was it like having like basically a camera crew follow you guys around? I mean, to me, that'd be a little bit intimidating, I feel like.
Yeah, no, at first I thought it was going to be like very intimidating, but it was honestly very like laid back, and it was just like kind of a natural round of golf, honestly. It didn't feel too like stressful or anything. Which was good.
I mean, you know me, I follow you guys around on the golf course, or at least at our home event, I followed you guys around with the camera the whole time. But I think it's a little bit different when you're mic'd up and you're, you know, so.
It was definitely a different environment, that's for sure.
Style Golf says you carried the video.
Yeah.
Jackson was saying he was really impressed by your iron play, your approach play, and you thought that was the strength of your game. Would you agree with that statement?
I think that day for sure, my irons were the best for my game, but it honestly just depends on the day, especially with golf. It just depends.
Yeah, sure.
But for sure that day, irons.
I mean, but you said from the very start that course was hard. So
yes.
So what golf course in Kansas City?
It's Lake Wavira Country Club.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up in southeast Kansas, like 2 hours south of Kansas City. So
Okay,
I didn't realize we were working with Kansas City area here.
Yeah.
Very cool. What high school did you go to?
I went to Shawnee Mission South.
Okay.
Yeah. What about
Very
you?
good. Columbus High School in the southeast corner of the state, way down, almost in Oklahoma, almost in Kansas. But I went to Mizzou.
Okay, nice. That's a good school.
For journalism, especially. But so I didn't know you were a Kansas City kid. But so were you hesitant at all? It didn't seem like it when they approached you and were like, "Hey, you want to play golf and be in a video?" You were like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, it was like so weird because it was just so natural. Like I just kind of just jumped right into it. I didn't really have any hesitation. So
Mo wants to know how many people have reached out to you since the video came out. Are you a full-blown celeb here?
I've had a lot of texts just from people like they just think it's like so funny and so cool that I was on there, but nothing too crazy.
How many Instagram followers have you gained? That's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the true metric.
I think I gained a couple hundred on Instagram.
I also
Solid.
shout out to the good guys who are like watching this and like actively commenting. Like that's awesome. Like,
They're the best. They're
yeah,
so funny.
Michael, who I have gathered is one of the cameramen, based on his compliment for the cameraman earlier, wants to know, what was your impression of Mo when he first came up to you?
Honestly, I thought he was just like a member. Like I didn't know that he was anyone like from Good, like because I just didn't recognize him. But he was just like a nice guy. He was asking me about the greens, how they rolled, and just like small talk. He just seemed like such a nice guy, like a funny guy. So
He seems like a hilarious guy. He seems like an ideal person to play a casual round of golf with, honestly.
no, I would for sure play with him anytime.
So using that segue, we should invite the good guys down here and play around at Oldfield.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Let's make a YouTube video for
Yeah.
Collab with Lowco and USCB.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
That would be some good content.
I mean,
That
I
would
think
be
it'd be great.
content.
Because I was with Coach Corey and Coach Sam when like I was like, did y'all watch this? We're in the office and I've got it played up. I'm working out of the soccer office with Coach Huff, the assistant soccer coach, and we are just giggling because of just some of the banter, like Mo's commentary, and then the conversation between you and Jackson. Like that was, I will say, Jackson, if you're watching, the Russell comment, that was like his reaction.
I didn't get it.
Russell from Up?
Oh, Russell from Up. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I do now remember when you said, okay, Russell, and it went to black and white. I had forgotten about the Russell from Up comment. So now you connected those two dots back together. Okay. Yes. Because I was like, did she just call him by the wrong name? Like, okay. Yeah. Oh, man,
they mentioned it before, and I just saw my opportunity. And I took it.
that was pretty cold. That was pretty cold.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a little mean.
And McLain really thought that you were enjoying the experience. You looked really genuine out there. So, just describe your time playing in this spur of the moment event.
Yeah, it was honestly, like you said, it was just so natural. It was just like playing with like a ton of friends, honestly.
Yeah.
Just having fun on the course, just having another day out there. It was super funny.
You're a great teammate. You were hyping your teammate up the whole way. I love that.
Oh, thank you. Gotta support your teammate.
Absolutely. No, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. I wasn't sure going into it. I was like, well, I don't know what's going on here. The date setup part was, I guess, the part that threw me a little bit. Setting up just a golf partner is one thing. Setting up a date kind of threw me a little bit, but I thought it was handled in a very appropriate way. They were definitely feeling the situation out. But Michael wants to know if there's going to be a second date.
Oh, that's a good question. See
here at Oldfield.
At Oldfield.
Yeah.
We got to film another video.
Yeah.
There we go. Reunited. Second date at Oldfield.
A little collab. I'm down for that for sure.
Absolutely.
So you said it was your first day back at practice too, like your first day playing, or I mean, even just like to the driving range, or like
So I was just first day back. I was just on the putting green working on my stroke, and they just I was probably there for maybe like an hour or so, and it was just crazy the timing.
Right place, right time.
Exactly. Yeah, it was crazy.
It was a meet cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody kind of enjoyed it. We showed bits and clips.
Well, clearly.
I meant in the office.
7 video.
I meant in the office.
Oh, in the office, yeah.
Yeah, because we are still working, and I'm sitting here trying to do stuff, but I've got it on the big screen, and I'm working on the laptop screen, and I'm like, okay, hey, like I just want to keep. I don't want to stop. I just want to keep going.
That was it. I got invested pretty quickly. Like pretty quickly, I was invested, and I wanted to see how it was going to turn out. It was compelling content, let's put it that way. But but you had a good season. How you feel about your season this year? You definitely it felt like made some big splashes this season.
Yeah, thank you. I think I did pretty good this season. I had some improvement from last season for sure. But there's definitely more work to do for the fall as well. So I'm excited for the fall.
Are you playing any events over the summer? You know, I mean, the guys typically play like quite a few amateur events, but is there that same kind of sort of circuit for the women?
Yeah, so there's like local tournaments around here that I'm gonna do. I think there's like 4 or 5 local tournaments around here for the summer. So I'm excited for those as well.
Send me some updates. Give me. I need content.
I need summer content.
Summer content. Like we just
talked about your time playing for Kansas City, but what have you thought so far of your experience practicing and competing and playing right here in the South Carolina Low Country so far?
It's been great. It's really nice to have that year-round weather to practice like pretty much every day. So it honestly levels up your game like by so much. So that's really nice. And the golf down in the Low Country is like unmatched. So Kansas City has good golf, but Low Country has great golf. So
yeah, no question. The good guys should definitely check out Oldfield. They would love the Fox Squirrels.
They would love Oldfield.
Oh yeah.
The Fox Squirrels would just, I mean, that's the best.
That could be a segment of its own in the video.
It really could.
Were the Gators lined up right there at 12?
On 11, 11 and 12, yeah.
That would make
11, I love 11. 11 is such a beautiful hole.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you got really comfortable because you also finished second in our home tournament, and and your mom, your mom and your dad and your grandparents were there, and they all said, yeah, she doesn't really celebrate. So when you got that little fist pump there at the end,
yes.
How did that feel to finish top 3 in that tournament? I mean, it was a very stacked field, and SCAD's a very good team.
Yeah.
And you guys hung there. I mean, you helped us finish second.
Yeah, it was a great feeling. I was looking for the win, but I mean, the girl that won, she just played so good. Like, it's hard to beat a player when they play that good. So, but yeah, it felt really good. Definitely more work to do always, but it felt very good.
What have you learned, playing with and watching a player like Ashley Mead compete? As a senior, as a leader, as an example setter for this team, what have you learned from watching her do her thing?
Oh my gosh, I've learned so much from Ashley. Just like her work ethic and her swing is just so powerful, and just to see her grind every day, even through like her injury this winter, just seeing her grind through it was so inspiring, and it was just cool to see her as the team leader. And hopefully, I can do just as well as she did for next year.
Awesome.
I mean, I think you guys have got a good group of people coming in. You got some freshmen from Brazil coming in. Florence Fan, is it Fam?
Yes.
So. Florence, she's coming from Missouri Western. She's coming in as a transfer. And then you've got Jess, who got a lot of time. So I mean, you lose Ash, who basically owns every record there is. But I mean, like you said, now did it take any time to get comfortable down here, or was it like pretty easy? Like, I mean, because you went, being from Kansas City, you go from there to Connecticut down to South Carolina, that's a huge difference.
World traveler.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely made my rounds, that's for sure. But it was a smooth like transition, honestly. Just the girls were so like opening to us as the newer girls, and because we had like a couple people come through, and it was a really good transition. I think we meshed very well. But yeah, like we had a great team this year, and I think there's a lot to grow from that. But it was a great year, and I'm excited for next year for sure for the new girls to come through.
Yeah, Missouri Western. I mean, St. Joe to the Lowco is a pretty big upgrade, as you and I both know.
Yeah, it's gonna love it down here.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, we're closing in. Hopefully by the time, hopefully as everything goes good, we should be in your senior year, be able to go and compete for a national championship.
Yeah, that's the plan.
So, what was it like playing in the Peach Belt Championship up there in Augusta? That was it looked like a lot of our teammates had pretty solid rounds. Jess did very well. Ashley had a really good round, and you did as well. And the guys both, Ellis and Nico and Eric all three had pretty good rounds as well. So what was it like playing up there, being so close to Augusta National? Like, we should just play, that's what the Peach Belt should have conference. At Augusta, right?
That's so true. No, but yeah, our team did great. Jess did really good. Ashley played really good. It wasn't some of my best golf, but it was a very good time. Just like the experience, like you said, it was just a great experience to get under your belt. But yeah, it was great golf down there for sure.
So McLain, now you're back home, and now that you've become an internet celebrity out there on the golf course, now that you have some time to settle down after that, what do you want to work on in terms of your game as you prepare for your next season at USCB?
Yeah, I'm actually working on a lot of swing changes right now. My swing was getting a little flat, so we're working on being more down through the ball. So a lot of swing changes coming very soon.
It's funny you mentioned that, because I felt like your swing, just watching the video, I felt like your swing was a little maybe work in progress a little bit. It just looked like you were trying to get real steep and like whippy with it. And it looked like just not like unnatural, but just slightly awkward, like you were working on something. So I probably wouldn't have thought that much about it until you said it. But I'm like, yeah, I did think, man, her swing is really unusual right now, Like,
yes, the swing in the video was definitely like a before. So
yeah,
definitely a work in progress.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So did you get to read any of the comments? Like, did you go back and read any of the comments?
I did read some of the comments. They were very funny.
Okay,
like
good.
Very entertaining to read.
It's always dangerous to read the comments.
Some of them were very.
It wasn't like anything bad, like nothing too crazy. So
that's good.
I'm kind of lucky there. But
that's what I was
saying. They kind of moderate their comments well.
Yeah. Yes.
I was like, I saw the one about getting McLain Callaway getting a set of golf balls. I was like, hey, she did great this year.
Yeah, I think I deserve some golf.
McLain's got NIL, she can tap into this NIL money here with her newfound celebrity on the internet.
I know.
So what was your favorite part from the whole experience? I messaged you afterwards and told you I was like dying laughing and having a great time, but what was your what was the best part for you? Everybody says, oh yeah, hey, you're you carried the video, you're the celebrity now.
I honestly, that's a great question. It's probably just like watching the videos beforehand, like years prior, just like knowing that like I used to watch those just for fun, and now I'm in one. Like it's just such a cool experience to say like, oh yeah, like I'm in a good video. Like it's so crazy.
Definitely a status symbol in the golf community, I would have to say.
Yeah, no, it's so funny.
Were the personalities, being with them face to face, were they what you expected them to be? Just hanging out with them in real life?
Yeah, it was honestly no different than the videos. They're just like they're just very close, like friends, like best friends.
Yep.
And they're just like you said, their banter is so funny. You can tell that they're all just so close, and they just love what they're doing. So.
Imagine that, a bunch of guys who just love what they do and like to get on video and talk to each other and make jokes. Huh.
It sounds like the golf version of Dude Perfect.
Or Lowco. or
Yeah.
Lowco for that matter. That's
Sure.
basically what we do.
Yeah. I mean, their about says 6 dudes, 1 golf channel. Like,
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty, it was just
That's it.
straight up entertaining.
Sure was. I mean, I wouldn't have watched it if McLain wasn't in it, but I'm glad I did because it was fun. I just kind of had it on while I was walking around the house, cleaning the house and doing different things today. I was just kind of half watching it, and it was enjoyable.
Yeah, and hey, there were some good comments out there from him saying that lady's a champ and she is naturally beautiful. So there's one of the comments out there on YouTube, and then another says definitely need this to be a regular series and bring her back on the channel. Great content crew. So
there you go. Well,
that's so sweet.
We're telling them they got to come to Oldfield.
I know. I'm waiting.
We're managing McLain now, and McLain will happily do another video, but you've got to come to Oldfield to collab. So
exactly.
Come on down. Good.
That would be the perfect opportunity.
Also, I just wanted to say, how about the camera work? Just
solid.
Showing the flight trajectory of those balls and just different camera angles. It felt really, I mean, not even professional. I mean, more than professionally done. It was one of the best, camera work I have seen. I mean, it was tremendous.
Solid. Yeah.
I love the cart cam.
Yes. So funny. Yeah, they had it out there. It was really cool. It was really good work.
How many cameras do they have out there? How many people were running cameras?
Oh, I know that they had maybe 2, and then they had the drone for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
So what was the banter between you and Jackson? Like we saw, we see what's in the edit. Obviously, there's a whole round of content. But I mean, I'm guessing that the camera was filming the entire time, even when you guys weren't, in the cart.
Yeah.
But what was the banter like that we didn't see? Was it still just kind of goofy and having fun?
Yeah, it was very much goofy and like friendly. There was a little bit that they like clipped out, but not too much. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just very like friendly and just like super funny.
Yeah.
Awesome. What was your reaction when you saw the title?
Yeah, so they did mention it like mid-round that Garrett did tell me like what they planned the title to be. And I was just like, okay, yeah, like that's perfect. That'll be funny. So I wasn't like too shocked by the title, but
you're such a great sport. I mean, that was so much fun.
They could not have gotten luckier. I mean, like just a random girl putting on the putting green. Like the chances that they got someone who was such a good sport and actually could like kind of carry it off is slim to none. But they hit the jackpot.
And you were the perfect addition to the culture they have going on there, and I hope this, becomes some even more opportunities for both you and for Greg going forward. But hey, how about Jackson making that last putt to finish it off? That was
cool. So
clutch.
That was just clutch. Like we needed that putt, and he came up and made the putt. So.
And like you said, I mean, shooting 300 par, that's pretty impressive, especially with how difficult that course is. I mean, obviously you're playing scramble, but still, I mean, that's not easy with the course that you're playing out there. And you set the goal to break par. You did a lot more than that. So props to you and Jackson for that performance.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I can't wait to see you back on the course here in the Lowco. So now you got to take your, all the skills that they taught you with shooting some of that B-roll, because, I'm a nerd. And some of those little vignettes, I'm like, okay, McLain, like I've got ideas for media day, but you've got to come back and some of that to it. So
yes,
we're going to need to see some good content, from the road for USCB women's golf this season too. Now that you've gotten a little taste of it.
You guys can take the reins, you and Jess, and have some fun. And Jess has got some editing skills, so come on, put it all together and let's get more content.
We'll get some good content, that's for sure.
Good.
So much fun. Well,
what else, Brackin?
Yeah, I mean that's it. We want to talk about the video, McLain. I guess what are you most excited for the upcoming season? You guys get back in the second week of August. So I mean, it's only the start of June, but it kind of feels like
happens fast.
Yeah,
time by fast.
Yeah, I'm just excited to meet the new girls. you've got like a bigger team coming next year. So very excited to see kind of like the dynamic of the team. And there's going to be a little bit more competition as well, especially for qualifiers. So I'm excited to have that.
McLain, were you able to get to any basketball games this year? And if not, you're going to have to get to some coming up this winter because they are electric.
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Those games are so much fun.
Yeah, amazing. So much fun. I can't wait. Can't wait to be back on the call. Gonna be fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's
got some new names to learn though.
Yeah.
Ireal. That's
Ireal?
Ireal, Patrick's name. Yeah.
Ireal. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
And then I don't know, you've seen the updates. I don't know if you saw the update, the construction's going well. So we should have a brand new looking facility. It should be ready by the time you guys get back, or almost occupant ready by the time school starts. So things are still moving down here, and
that's very exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what all that goes on, and I can't wait to have you guys back on campus because it's kind of weird. It is kind of
quiet. Yeah, I was over there the other day. It's kind of weird. It's not quite right.
I mean, the basketball guys are in there. A couple of new guys are coming in and shooting and all that kind of stuff. But, and then Coach Corey and Coach Sam are kind of in and out of the office, whenever they're out recruiting. And Corey goes off to Scotland, plays at St. Andrews. And
so crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So jealous.
So lucky.
And then he actually went down, I think wherever I think it was PGA school, and he caddied for Jacob Thomas, one of our alums who graduated last year.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God.
The tour school, Q school?
At Q school, yeah. I meant to text him and say, hey, get a picture of you two because you're both alums.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
we're gonna have a USCB golfer on tour one of these days on one of the pro big pro tours.
Right here. LPGA, McLain Neal.
There we go.
Yeah.
Ashley Mead, you never know.
I don't know. McLain may make more money as a YouTube content creator. Skip to LPGA.
She's blown away.
Yeah. Is your career path is now obviously changed with you being such a celebrity? Right?
Yes, I have big plans with the YouTube. I'm gonna have to start a channel.
There you go.
All right, Lowco Media can help you out. We got you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We'll help launch you.
Well, McLain, thank you for spending time with us tonight. I know it's an hour earlier there in Kansas City, but we're super pumped for you, and this was just a great time for us to get back on the channel and catch up a little bit, and we're glad to have you on, and hopefully we'll get to have you on a couple times during the fall and the spring. So
yeah, I would love that. Thank you so much for having me. It was so much fun.
Awesome. It was great to talk with you. Go Chiefs.
Yeah, let's go Chiefs.
All right, thanks, McLain.
Thank you.
Awesome. How about those Royals as well? They're having a
Royals are balling out this year. Yeah, the bullpen's a little bit sus, but they've been pretty solid so far. I might have to take them up if the Cubs keep tanking the way they are right now. But no, McLain was delightful, just like she was in the good video. She was equally delightful here. Awesome that those guys checked in to give her love.
Yeah, absolutely. And the support, because her mom actually reached out to me and was like, "Hey, can you send me the link?" And her dad found it before I could even get there. To get it back. So
I'll tell you what, she handled it like a champ.
She did.
Just to be all of a sudden asked if you want to be on a YouTube show, on a YouTube video, playing golf for the entire, globe to see, and just to be so chill and be so genuine and make it as, passionate and exciting as possible. And just, she felt like herself right there. And as she said, it was just like playing golf with a group of friends, which is, just really cool to have that kind of personality shine, on a viral video like that. So good for McLain. What an awesome experience and good publicity for USCB golf as well.
Yeah. We got, a little bit of promo there. And talked to a couple of our kids who were like, "Oh yeah, I watched it. That was cool,"
Brian
And
Riedfeld's the one who sent it to me.
oh really?
He tagged Loco Sports on Twitter and was like, "Look at our girl McLain Neal."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear. How's Brian doing? He's back in middle school teaching.
Doing well as far as I know. There's it's the end of the school year, so I'm sure he's a happy man. Almost done.
These last couple of days of school apparently are just rough for everybody. I was talking to a couple of people and saying they've already collected tablets, so it's now just what do you
They've
do?
already sent out final grades. I mean, you just really don't have a lot of accountability at that point.
My goal was always to be done. Like when we had finals week, all of my stuff was done, and I brought the PS4 in, and we just played PS4 and played. We had an epic Mario Kart. Mario Kart battle. That was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else is happening in USCB land, buddy? I know Fudala. I texted with Fudala the other day. He said excited about these new guys we're bringing in, and I think we're going to get him on the lowdown one night this week. Saw Versip on our way out of the gym the other day. She said basically the same. Excited about kids they're bringing in. She's got one more. She's really hoping to land. She said that's like a D1 caliber kid that she's hoping she can lure down here. So I'm excited. There'll be some turnover. You expect that first year program, but looking forward to seeing what year 2 looks like.
Yeah, I mean, we lost 6 on the guys' side and gained 6. So I'm
had plenty to begin with. So
yeah, I mean, you lose Helms,
who didn't play.
Yeah, he didn't play.
Apollo.
Exactly. I mean, Apollo, Ryan. Yep. Ryan was ready. He was ready to go back home. He wanted to
only ones who played key minutes would be Overstreet and Bullock
and Larry. Yeah.
Yep.
And then losing Kobe mid-year. So but I think the best part is that you got guys in here, the guys who did play. If Dylan didn't get hurt, I think it's a different season.
I agree completely. Most underrated player on the team. And you put him in the backcourt with the Atwell kid, who's 6'7" and super rangy.
Yeah,
that's really interesting to me.
Yeah, I only got to meet Dominic Eason, and dude's a grown man.
He's also super rangy wing, like,
and
6'5", right? Like, and he's
6'5",
and he's a high school guy, so he's going to get taller still probably.
And he made SportsCenter top 10 with one of his dunks.
Dude, he's electric. And then the kid from who's the Atwell kid, obviously, but then the kid coming from Mercer as well, the Lithuanian kid out of Savannah. He's Lucas Platana, yeah. Woo.
Yeah. He
can shoot it.
Yeah, he's a sharpshooter. I think he kind of balances with Nolan really well. So that's going to be a lot of fun to see that. And
you're really looking to do the 5-5 thing, ideally, right? So you're looking for guys you can pair up, similar guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're back up at 20.
Crazy number.
And then I was talking with Luke and Ron about Alejandro, our most recent announcement. Yeah. Luke spoiled my graphic. I was waiting a couple more days but we got that out yesterday. So Alejandro is on board, and his basketball IQ apparently is just, very off the charts. And, so I imagine he and Dylan running the point and really just building up this program. And on the women's side, you've got 4 key players coming in. Brianna Polite, who is a teammate of Janiah Hayward at Woodville Tompkins. I mean, we talked about her before. Audra Hillman, she's another big. I think she's like 6'1", so she's gonna take over at the tallest. And I think Brianna is like 6'1" too, maybe. I don't know. So we got two bigs. Ellie Lewis, who's coming from Ohio. 5'2", but she's a shooter.
Shooter.
And then Ashley, I can't remember her last name, starts with an F. But she's coming from Michigan, and she had a lot of D1 looks. And she was relentless on her way down here. She was like, I want to come here. I want to play here. And I mean, that's what you want to see. Like, that's really what you want to have here.
That's what's up.
On the,
I mean, it's an opportunity to play for a legendary coach, you know, that it's, and the place, there's a lot good going on. There's a lot good going on.
Yeah. So we're still, you know, and Coach Huff, Coach Dan is really working his way right now, getting everything ready with soccer. We're still in the process of the hiring process. I know it's taken a little bit longer than a lot of people would like, but you know, Coach Huff's doing a great job.
You only get one chance to get it right.
That's right. So Dan's doing a great job. I told Wes the other day who his color commentator is going to be. My boy Cam. So Cam will be back for one more semester. So I texted him early on in the summer. I said, "Hey man, how do you feel about doing some color?" And he's like, "For which sport?" I said, "Soccer." He's like, "Let's do it." All right. So now he's mentally prepared to get on there, and then he and Wes, I'm sure, will have great chemistry. So I'm really looking forward to that. Coach Harris is bringing in some people to do, you know, with cross country and track and field.
Good. I saw Devin Watson from May River sign for track there the other day. That was good to see.
Yep, getting some. Still trying to get some women on the cross country team. You know, it's hard. So we know it is, and we'll get there. We know we will. Softball already announced their recruiting class. You know, earlier in the year. And I know that Cody and Allison are out there, and they're recruiting their tail off for 25. And
now is the time.
For 26 now. Yes, for 26. But getting out there and trying to find, you know, those missing pieces. And and we started off our top 10 plays of the or top plays of the year. We're going to do 10 plays, but Devin Weller's walk-off homer. Wes, you were on the call for that.
Legendary.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, I remember that game, and
we had a lot of dramatic wins on both the baseball and softball side this year.
Yeah, I bet you could wonder which one is on is coming up here soon.
Ooh,
there are quite a few good ones.
Good.
You're getting dark, Wes.
Yeah, Wes is going to go fix
the. Going to turn the light on. I'm getting dark as well. I keep having to brighten my my screen, my display.
Your screen. Yeah, I mean, all my lights are connected via smart lights, and with my internet being down, I'm like, I have to, you know, God forbid I have to actually manually turn my lights on, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be I'm super excited for everything that we're doing. I can't wait for everybody, all the student athletes, to get back to see the renovations made to the rec center. We've walked through it a ton of times now, just getting to kind of see what's happening, you know, expanded training room, more coaches' offices, an entire media room. Broadcast is going to be dedicated strictly to broadcast now. Campus Rec is going to have their own storage room, which is going to be almost double the size, I believe, than what they're getting. And then locker rooms, you know, that was what everybody was really pumping in, was getting some locker rooms. And I mean, it's needed. Everybody knows
important. It's important. It was less than ideal.
Yeah. I mean, it was tough. You know, having to share the fitness center with our opposing teams, but now they'll have a space to go and get cleaned up after games. We don't have to block off the bathrooms for fans.
Right.
You know, we got dedicated referee locker rooms that are coming, so that, you know, that way we don't have to, you know, give up an office. So there's going to be a little reshuffling of the offices now that we've added 4 more. And it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait for the students to come back and see the progress that's been made.
Yeah, for sure.
As far as just, showing them what's going to happen. I know Lydia has been in the gym quite often, and she's been kind of seeing as it happens. And I will tell you this: the gym's going to be 10 times brighter. You're going to need sunglasses.
It's so bright, you have to wear the shades.
So bright, you got to wear shades.
The team's potential and the gym itself.
Yeah. So they've put in the new LEDs, and they are bright. Brady and Lydia were shooting the other day, and they were shooting on the side where all the new LEDs were up, and then it went to the other side where they hadn't put the new ones in. They're like, wait, this is what we played in last year? Yeah. Basically. So, but yeah, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to have you guys on the call. You guys are going to be back on officially on the website now as far as the Sand Shark Game Day Network. JJ,
I'm officially a Sand Shark again. I'm working at the university again with the Center for Low Country Tourism Education, doing the Bluffton Ambassadors program. So I'm back in business. I got an email and everything. Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back.
Yeah,
good to be back.
Jay Jarrett, or I won't say it now.
Yeah, don't keep putting that out there. That's an email that's only for my boss to keep me abreast of the things I need to know for that job.
But you said once it reactivated, you had a whole slew.
I had 7 years worth of junk email. It was just,
oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Accumulating apparently.
Yeah, I think your bio is still on the website too, in the back end as hidden. So
Probably.
I might not have to do too much editing.
Could probably use some updating.
Yeah,
but
Wes, I'll have to get yours as well. But yeah, guys, it's great to see you. I know we haven't seen each other for
good to be seen.
Well, a month and a half or so, or a little bit there.
We seen you just the other day.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying it because we haven't been on the podcast.
It's good to see the people. It's good. It's good to be seen, is what you mean. It's good to be.
Yeah, it's good to be back here and talking Sand Shark Athletics, and again, thank you, McLain, for coming on.
That was fun.
That was just incredible, and she's such a good sport, and I just can't wait to see what she does this year. I know Corey and Sam are excited for what she's going to do this year as well. So
yeah, she had a really good year.
All right, fellas.
All right, boys.
We'll do another special edition of the Sand Shark Rewind Summer Edition, I guess. Oh, what did you name this one, Jay?
About a month or so. I said YouTube Sensation Edition.
There you go. Yeah. So that's what I wrote out after I saw it once we prepped for it. So yeah, we'll touch base here, and we'll all be in touch. But when we hop back on here, maybe next couple of weeks or so, if we have some news or anything like that, we'll keep everybody updated. And like I said, we're August is coming quick, so we're
it is
ready to roll.
Yep.
Ready, be here before you know it.
That's right.
All right, boys.
Well, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Sand Shark Rewind, and as always, keep those fins up.